Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the ranking member as well. Thank the witnesses for appearing today. Mr. McNeill, the Transportation Security Officers Union is under attack. And thankfully, a court injunction has kept TSA's union in place. Most recently, the secretary openly defied the court order and tried to disband TSA's union for a second time. Last week, the court said those actions plainly defy its injunction and ordered the secretary to keep TSA's collective bargaining agreement in place or risk contempt. My question to you, Acting Administrator, is this. Will you commit to abiding by the court's order to keep the TSA's collective bargaining agreement in place?
Congressman, every step that we've taken to date, and we will continue to do so, abides by court
since I
orders.
control the time, if I may, please. This question can be answered with a yes or a no, and if it's anything less than a yes or a no, I will assume you mean no. So now, back to you again. Will you commit to honoring a court's order? A court's order. A court's order. When you don't honor court's orders and you're the secretary, you can be impeached. So now, will you commit to honoring the court's order?
Yes.
Thank you. And I'm pleased that you said yes, because the secretary needs to confer with you. She needs your advice. The secretary, quite frankly, is probably being influenced by the president. Disobeying court orders is something that is antithetical to the Constitution. The courts are there for a reason. And if we can disobey court orders, we no longer have a Constitution that we can count on. You're defacing, demeaning, and denigrating the Constitution when this happens, not you personally. You've already said yes, and I'm grateful to you for saying yes. But that's what's happening. And I can assure you, people are growing tired of seeing what's happening in terms of the lawlessness emanating from this department. They're growing tired of it. What happened to Ms. Good is something that people are not going to forget. And for the secretary and others to contend that she was a domestic terrorist is beyond comprehension without even having investigated immediately. This was a Christian woman with children who, according to her wife, they had whistles, and they indicated that the constabulary had pistols, as evidenced by the fact that she's no longer with us. People are getting fed up with this behavior and the justifications for lawlessness. We must return to the rule of law. And one of the ways to return to the rule of law is to enforce the law. And one of the laws that we can use to make sure the rule of law prevails is impeachment. This secretary is putting herself in harm's way as it relates to impeachment, not her physicality, but in terms of how she is conducting herself in office. And my guess is, if she is not very careful, she may become the first secretary to be removed from office. We have a long runway here. It doesn't end at the end of this year. There's a long runway. So I'm going to beg you to counsel with her and help her to better understand that the law prevails, and she is not the law, and neither is the president. I yield back the balance of my time.